AI foundation models are changing the way we work and live. These models have the intelligence, and now with tools, they have the ability to get things done in the real world. Nova is Amazon's family of foundation models, and it is powering many of these shifts, both within Amazon and for our customers. We have a model for every use case, from simple things like summarizing your data to more complex multi-agent applications, to generating images, to navigating a web browser. I'm going to talk primarily just about the agentic applications today. If I had more time, I could give you the full rundown, but this is what I am most passionate about, and I think it's going to resonate with you guys as well. So Nova Act is a model that was launched earlier this year that is trained to perform actions within a web browser. It is the closest thing to magic that I have seen in a long time. What it does, you give it a task, say, go to Amazon.com, find me a coffee maker that costs less than $50 and is rated over 4.2. And it will open a browser, it will find the search bar, it will click the buttons for you, it will move your mouse, and it will do all of this on your behalf. If it runs into problems, it will come back and let you know, and it's highly reliable. Agents that get things done maybe 70, 60% of the time, it might seem cool in practice, but when you actually go to try and get things done, it will fail, and you can't count on that. So Nova Act is one of the areas where we're really trying to focus on high reliability so that you can trust it to get things done on your behalf. This is just a very quick video showing Nova Act in action, pun intended. There is not a person moving the mouse. You can see the model thinking, you can see the model taking actions, and it is navigating within Google Maps, trying to find apartment complexes and figure out the distance from a Caltrain. And it, again, is doing all of this on the user's behalf. So that's one dedicated model that is used for navigating a web browser. We also use Nova to power other agentic applications. I'm going to just briefly touch on two of them. We have Alexa Plus, which I spent 8 years working on. I spent 8 years working on Alexa and then bringing it to Alexa Plus, and coding agents, which are very, very popular right now, and you're going to hear more about a coding agent right after me. So Alexa Plus, this is really Amazon's version of a super agent. There is a top-level model or agent powered by Nova that's able to pick which sub-agent or Alexa expert to use. So if you ask for music and you're asking to hear music from, let's say Taylor, who recently released a new album, it's great, as my wife would say so. Alexa, powered by Nova, is able to find the music expert, route it to that expert, and then that particular expert is powered by its own model. Now, it can choose which model to use. Alexa Plus is model agnostic, but where Nova has really added value is that the Alexa teams are able to use their own data and fine-tune Nova for their use case. And so Nova is actually powering over 70% of the traffic for Alexa Plus. And it's really because of that customization that makes it so powerful. Alexa Plus is also using Nova Act. And this is a really cool example where, you have hundreds of these experts, but there are thousands, maybe even millions of services out there that you could, in theory, access. They don't all have APIs, and it would take us a really long time to build that out. So with Nova Act, we can get more things done for you by navigating the web. And a perfect example is, let's say your oven breaks, and you can just ask Alexa, help me fix my oven. It will pull up a web browser in the background. This is not on your device. This is behind the scenes. It will navigate to Thumbtack. It will find a person who can help, who's available when you're available. It will authenticate. It will arrange the repair and get it booked for you, just like that. It comes back and says, it's been set. It's on the calendar for next Wednesday. Done. It's a really, really powerful tool, and it's made possible by Nova Act. Coding agents are another really cool area. This is where a lot of money is being made within generative AI. And Nova is powering some of the less sexy applications, the things like migrating from one language to another or modernizing your code base. Nova is able to deploy these agents through AWS Transform for tasks like analyzing your code, refactoring, documentation, doing dependency analysis. And it can do all of this in parallel, so that even very complicated refactors and migrations that would take thousands and thousands of developer hours can happen in literally hours now. And so that's really cool, and has already saved Amazon a lot of money. I want to leave you guys with a video that ties this together. This is Dushan, who's on my team, talking about an agent that we built using Nova Premier. So take a watch.
This demo will show how Nova Premier can transform the way customers can do investment research. Normally, this would involve meticulous scouring of dozens of data sources for information on the stock or company, the industry, macroeconomic conditions, etc., a time-consuming process. But with Nova Premier in this seat, we can build complex multi-agent applications that can help do this research for you. In this example, we created a primary supervisor agent and connected it to a series of specialist collaborator agents, each with access to their own set of tools. We asked Nova Premier, what are the emerging trends in the renewable energy sector and how might that impact my portfolio today? Under the hood, Nova Premier decomposes this goal into a series of tasks that it then assigns to the various collaborator agents. These agents act much like a team of human experts. One of the agents that the supervisor has assigned a task to is the market sentiment analyst. We can see here that the specialist agent has decided to call a news data aggregation tool and interpolated time horizons, key search terms, and other parameters based on its knowledge from the supervisor agent. In about a few minutes, Nova Premier has completed its research, and you can see how it's able to augment a user's financial analysis research, enabling them to make informed decisions faster than ever.